Good evening, I'm Aislinn Evans for No Rest for the Weekend here at the Regal Cinemas, New York City for the fall edition of the Katra Film Series. I'll be talking with the filmmakers and stars of this evening, so stay tuned.
Brought to you by JMR Rentals, professional digital cinema and broadcast equipment rentals in Brooklyn, New York. JMRNY.com.
I'm here with Michael T., the director of June 22nd. Now, Michael, could you tell us a little bit of how it feels to be here tonight?
Well, this is my first film festival I've ever been to, so this is kind of cool, and I'm just happy to be here.
Well, congrats, that's amazing. Yeah. Could you tell us a little bit about your movie? Just, a quick little summary?
So June 22nd is a coming-of-age movie I came up with a group of friends of mine, and yeah, we're really excited about what we made and what we accomplished. And yeah, it's just a day in the life, really inspired by a lot of John Hughes movies, a lot of coming of age movies helped me make this. So
amazing. Yeah. What is one thing you would like the audience to walk away with?
I want the audience to walk away and just, think about life and, memories and clips of moments that they remember a lot growing up. The high school experience. And
the nostalgia.
Yeah, nostalgia. Nostalgia's a good word, yeah.
Perfect. And the most important question, where can we find more about you and your work?
I'm on Instagram. I have a website, michaeltfilms.com. Yeah, most of my stuff's on there, and, on Instagram, michael.tfilms, yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, well, thank you so much. Congratulations on your first festival.
Thank you so much.
I am here with Peter Clark for Dose the Series. Now, Peter, could you tell us a little bit how it feels to be here tonight?
Feels good. Yeah, I'm very excited. This is actually our world premiere for Dose the Series. So Dose is a 15-part anthology series. It's sort of, each episode is independent of itself, and it focuses on the use of psychedelics in treating various disorders and new trends that are happening in that field.
Amazing. So what was the initial inspiration for this series?
I've actually been following the medical community that's been studying psychedelics for quite some time, and I figured this was a good time to make something a little more mainstream.
Wonderful. So what is a lesson that you would like the audience to come out of your series with?
Great question. I think, first of all, the trend now is really to destigmatize traditionally demonized drugs and, re-examine them and see if there's any medical use for them. So I think that's the takeaway.
Wonderful. Well, the most important question, where can everyone find more information about you and your work?
Sure. It's www.dosetheseries.com.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Peter Clark, for Dose the Series.
Thank you.
I'm here with Richard Snyder, the producer, writer, and star of Neshama. So, Richard, how is it being here tonight?
It's great being here. I actually used to live in this neighborhood, so this theater, it was my theater. The food on the street was my food, like I own Union Square. and it was great to be here. And New York is home for me, and I just love the energy, love the creative world of it, and I'm very glad to be at this festival.
That must be a great moment to have this be your local theater and now have your project being shown here.
It's really cool, and as an indie filmmaker, to be in an actual theater with an actual projector, as opposed to someone working off their laptop, is great.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about your project. What is it about?
It's a film about aging, getting older, the challenges faced by us 56-year-olds dealing with aging parents. Basically, I am the stay-at-home brother of a brother-sister duo. We have a lot of issues between us, mainly a lot of jealousies because she's very successful. She's living in LA. She's living a big life. I'm at home, an accountant, taking care of my father, who can hardly do anything because he's got terrible Alzheimer's.
So this movie is based on a true story, your true story.
It's inspired by my father, although I did not stay home and take care of him, and he did not as the movie unfolds, request assisted suicide. He did not do that explicitly, but it's inspired by my father's journey with Alzheimer's, the family's journey with it, and try to find some humanity and depth to that process, which is so hard.
Yes, of course. So what is something that you would like the audience to walk away from after seeing your project?
I think I'd like them to walk away with the joy that at the end of someone's life, it's a time for celebrating a life well lived, and to appreciate it like a piece of music, which has a final note, ends, and you can just say, my God, that was, I'm going to get emotional, that was so good.
That's beautiful. I love the way you just put that. So where can people find more info about you and your projects?
I have a website, richardsnyder.me. It's very self-centered. The movie Neshama can be just Googled, and you find its website, which connects to everything.
Okay, well, wonderful. Thank you, Richard Snyder, for Neshama. I'm here with Gwen Gottlieb and Calvin Wade for The Winter Fern. So, tell me how it is being here tonight at the film series.
It's amazing. We're just so happy to be in New York and to be at this film festival. It's an honor to be here.
Well, congratulations. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind your story in this project.
So it started from a dream that I had. And it was a woman in this early 1700s in colonial America. I don't know how I knew that, but that's just what I knew in my dream. You know how dreams are.
Sometimes dreams just tell you. You just know. You don't know how you know, but you know.
Exactly. And there was domestic violence going on in that, and that's what inspired this film. So it's a heavy film.
Okay.
Short
film.
film.
What is one lesson that you would like the audience to walk away from after watching it?
That we as women have come a very long way since the inception of this country, but we still have a ways to go.
Agreed. So where is a place that we can find more about you guys and your work and this project?
Sure. You can find me on Instagram. It's Gwen Gottlieb.
Well, thank you guys so much for The Winter Fern. I am here with Romuald Galarza and Hannah Ellis for She's Fine. So could you guys tell me how it feels to just be here tonight?
Oh, it feels pretty good. Just like it's a great theater, it's a great screening, and I'm excited to see it on the big screen.
Well, congrats.
Thank you. Really good energy. We're happy to be here.
Wonderful. Well, we're happy to have you guys. Could you tell me a little bit about the project, sort of like what it's about, the basis?
Sure. It's a horror comedy about this vet tech who moves in with an obsessive abstract artist who might be a serial killer. She's kind of trying to figure out if she'll be the next victim or not.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, what is a lesson that you would like the audience to come out of the film thinking?
Choose your roommates wisely.
Very wise.
Friendship is everything. It's everything.
Sometimes more to people than others.
That's true.
Well, thank you. Where can people find more information about you guys?
At she'sfinefilm.com, or you can find us on Twitter or Instagram at she'sfinefilm.
I am here with Nancy Mena and Heather Britton-O'Scanlan for Victim Number 6. So first of all, can you guys just tell me how it feels to be here tonight?
Oh my gosh, well, I'm so excited to be here. Katra puts on a great film series. I was here last quarter with Wicked Image, and I was so impressed with all of the films in our block, and I really was crossing my fingers hard that Victim Number 6 would be accepted this time around, and we were. So I'm thrilled, honestly.
Well, congrats.
I know.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's great anytime that you're accepted anywhere, but also with this venue and being able to screen it in the way that we are here is really something great, especially for the actors who haven't seen it before and might be seeing it for the first time on the big screen. So
I'm back in New York City where we filmed, it's a nice homecoming for us.
Well, welcome back. So could you guys tell us a little bit about the movie, just what it's about?
Sure. So the film is set in 1975 New York City, and it follows a woman sort of out on the town, but we're aware that there's a serial killer on the loose, so we're kind of waiting with bated breath to see what happens, and it's all the characters she crosses in the course of the evening.
Now, I know you starred in this. Was there any aspect of the character that was the most difficult for you to sort of access?
Oh gosh, well, Donna was layered. She was complicated. She's a very strong personality, and the type of personality that goes out to a bar and goes home with a guy even though she knows there's a serial killer on the loose. So that's definitely not something that maybe I would choose to do in my personal life, but
Stranger danger.
It was fun to walk in her sexy shoes for a minute. So yeah.
That does sound fun. Put on a whole new person. So what is something that you would hope that the audience gets out of this short?
Well, for me, I always like that the characters are very nuanced, and I think that there's a lot more depth to them than maybe what you see at first blush, and also sort of understanding the psychology of these characters. For me, as somebody who wrote it and directed it, was important for me. So I'm very interested in the characters and their sort of stories and what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, I would echo that. And also, I think anytime you walk away from a movie and you leave the theater still talking about that movie, it's still kind of with you. I think that's a good thing. And if that happens for even one person in the audience tonight, I feel like we've done our job.
Maybe trying to still figure out that character, understand their motive. All right, well, last question and the most important question, where can people find more about you guys?
Oh gosh, well, we can go to victimnumber6.com, victimno6.com. I'm on social media at Heather O'Scanlan. Nancy.
I'm on social media as Nancy Mena. Very straightforward people here.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, guys, and congratulations again. I'm here with Abigail Bogle and Jacob Paragovsky for the COVID support group. So, first question, how does it feel to be here tonight?
It feels really good to be here tonight. I'm actually really excited. Was super nervous, but the screening went really well, and I thought the selection of films was also really great.
Wonderful. How about you?
Yeah, it's really exciting to be here, a part of the film festival. All of the other films were amazing, and I think they really lined up the films really nicely with all the emotions flowing. So
amazing. So, could you tell me a little bit about the movie and just generally what it's about?
I would say that essentially it kind of highlights the different perspectives that we kind of heard throughout the course of the pandemic. That was kind of highlighted by social media, but also, the big point at the end, you would just have to check out COVID Support Group to see.
Cliffhanger. And then what is a lesson that you'd want the audience to take away from when walking out of this?
Mindfulness. Just to remember that your experience is not everyone else's experience.
Empathy, mindfulness and empathy. And then what was your role in the film? What's something that you'd like to highlight?
So I was Abigail's assistant director on the set, which was an amazing opportunity to help support my friend, kind of helping organize, making sure everything goes according to plan. And we had a really great opportunity. The producer runs an after-school program for kids to learn about film. So I got to kind of work with the kids and teach them what we were doing and give them the time and let them slate and explain how everything works. So we got to incorporate that piece into the film production as well.
Oh, and that's something so great that no one watching would even know. Thank you for sharing.
They got PA credits as well.
Wow, they're ahead of half the people in New York. So last, most important question, where can people find you and more of your work?
You can follow me on Instagram at ABBY_inspires.
So thank you so much, guys, for the COVID support group. I'm here with Kung-Ja Lee from Kong Blue. So tell us, how does it feel being here at the film series?
Oh my goodness, this is I'm from Los Angeles, so I have jet lag right now. No, it's incredible. This Katra Film Series has been a real ego boost for me because, in a sense, this is the East Coast premiere for Kong Blue.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and I'm very excited. So I flew over.
And of course, this is definitely worth it.
And with the pandemic and everything, and I went to Columbia University.
Well, welcome back. We can feel the excitement. It's wonderful. So tell us a little bit about your project. What is it about?
It's during the pandemic lockdown, 4-year-old girl managed to mature under the very difficult racial circumstance, and she managed to liberate her security blanket.
Wonderful. So, what is the core message of your project?
It's basically how we can tap into power of nature and be strong. And if a 4-year-old girl can manage to do it, we sure be able to do so. It's basically giving strength to people who went through a lot.
That's beautiful. Where can people find more about you and the project and the other work that you're working on?
Okay, I'm in LinkedIn under my name in Kyungja Lee. You can find me there. It has also trailer and all the film link as
all the other information needed.
Yes.
Okay, well, wonderful. Thank you so much. I am here with Steve Lichtenstein with Aaron with 2 A's. So first of all, welcome. And how does it feel to be here tonight?
Feels great. I love supporting this particular festival because Joffrey has done an amazing job with the Katra Film Series. Started in a little basement and has built this up.
Amazing. Well, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about the project, just generally what it's about?
Sure. I'll do the tagline if I can.
Perfect.
Meet Aaron. He's 65 years old, beginning his second career as an actor. What could go wrong? It's a story about getting out of your own head to achieve success. And it's a story about a man who retires, starts his second career in acting, and has a major role, but then discovers that the problem is inside of his head, and it almost destroys that and also his marriage.
Wow. So it sounds like you got a lot packed in there. What is the main lesson that you would like people to walk out with?
I hope it inspires people. I hope that people who are my age, I won't tell you what it is, but people who are over my age or any person who's in a job and stuck or whatever will have the courage and the bravery to go out and do what they want, no matter what comes in their way. And usually it's yourself. So it's really meant to inspire people.
And now I know you also starred in this. Was
Yes.
there an element from your own life that you felt you could really find in this character?
Yes, since I'm a co-writer and it was really based on my story, I think there were a lot of elements of neuroticism I found in this.
So really it was that when you were writing it from yourself to begin with.
Yeah, it was a personal story I wanted to tell.
Okay, so last most important question is, where can we find more information about you?
You can find more information about me on Facebook. It's Steve Lichtenstein. I think it's 9, but Steve Lichtenstein will get you to it. And on Instagram, it's at Steve Lichtenstein.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for Aaron with 2 A's.
Thank you.
I am here with Molly Gazet for the Big 3-0. So first of all, welcome.
Thank you.
And how does it feel to be here tonight?
I love being at the Katra Film Festival. This is my second time being here. I was with a TV pilot last year that I wrote a song for.
Well, welcome back.
So I'm very happy to be here again.
Amazing. Well, can you tell us a little bit about this project, just like what it was about?
Yeah, so this is the Big 3-0. It was written and directed by Emily Billig, and it's a great, fun comedy short that we did during the pandemic. And it's about 3 best friends, and one of them has never had an O. So we help her get one.
I am now understanding the name a little bit.
Yeah. It's fun.
Amazing. Well, so that presents an interesting situation on set.
Yes.
As far as being an actress on set was something very intimate, what was an interesting hurdle that you had to get over through that process?
Yeah, so we actually did have someone who got COVID the day before they were supposed to be on set, thank goodness. And our director was great about making sure everyone got a COVID test, but they got it. And so they had to recast the role of Sean within less than 24 hours. It was a 2-day shoot. We had everything else ready. And one of the actors, Denise, she plays Jane. She had a friend who was able to come and do it, and he was great. So
How did that feel for you, being the topic was so intimate? How did it feel swapping in someone new last minute?
I didn't actually have to interact with them, so it was good for me. We did, for me personally, we did pass a doobie around, which was interesting because we're all smoking while there's COVID that comes out of your mouth. So, we were like trying to faux do it, but by the end it was just kind of like, guys, we're here. We've been in the same space for so long.
You're just in it at that point.
Yeah, if you have it, you have it, and that's it. So,
So what is one thing that you hope audiences walk away from this project with, like a lesson?
Yeah, no, I definitely think that this is a great film for people to understand the dynamics of female friendship, and that it's not all just like rainbows and sunshine, and that we can get a little dirty. And
it's not just pillow fights.
It's not just pillow fights. And what true friendship kind of looks like,
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, so final question, where can people find more about you and your other projects?
So you can find me at mollygazay.me or Molly Gazay Official on Instagram. I'm the only person with my name, so it shouldn't be too hard. And other projects, I guess you can just find them on there, because I just actually filmed on Sunday a short film called Hot Glue Cupcake. I'm the lead, and I also wrote it. And Emily Billig also directed it.
Amazing.
It's gonna be fun. It's a comedy, and I torture someone with a hot glue gun. So.
Okay, well, stay tuned for that one as well. Maybe that will be next year. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for the big 3-0.
Thank you.
All right, I am here with Emily Billig for the big 3-0. First of all, welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
How does it feel to be here tonight?
Really exciting. I'm just happy to be out. I have a brand new baby, so I'm very happy to be out of my house.
I can imagine.
Yes, but it's exciting to be here.
Perfect. Well, we heard earlier from one of your lovely actors about the general idea of the movie. So what was the inspiration for writing this?
It's so funny. The inspiration, I feel like, is just things that happened to me in my life as like a teenager and in my 20s, of just like dating and like being with men, but doing things for the man and not for myself. And I feel like what inspired this was a couple of substances and COVID, and I wanted to just write a piece where it was about women asking for what they want. And I feel like a lot of times we don't ask for what we want in life, and especially in the bedroom. And that was the inspiration.
Would you say that you used any sort of the female gaze in trying to frame this?
100%. We actually were really fortunate, and we had a pretty much all-female crew. Our DP was a female, our gaffer was a female, our AD, our editor, our sound, our intimacy coordinator. It was really important that we had an intimacy coordinator on set. So it was really just a women's love. There was a lot of creative women in one space, which was wonderful.
A lot of feminine energy. Amazing.
I feel like what was also really special about the and my work process in general, like when I'm working with actors, it's a team effort. It's not just giving the direction, it's how do you feel about this? Are you comfortable with this?
Especially with this type of subject matter, I'm sure.
100%. And so with a lot of just, let's discuss how we can make I want to hear what you're thinking, like how can we make this the best thing and work together as a team?
I love that. Mm-hmm. So what would you say is the core message for you from this?
I think the core message is, one, like have a good support, like because the film also follows like the three best friends, like have good friends that are with you, and two, just like love yourself and like ask for what you want, whether that's in the bedroom, at work, at the grocery store. Ask for what you want and don't be afraid to ask for what you want.
Don't be afraid to speak up. I love that. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much. Last question is, where can people find you and find more about your projects?
So I am on Instagram. I'm trying to get more on social media, but Instagram is at Emily Billig, EMILYBILLIG.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, Emily, for the big 3-0. And that's all from the Katra Film Series. If you'd like more of our content, you can visit our website at norestfortheweekendpodcast.com. Thank you so much to everybody who came out here, as well as our sponsor, JMR Rentals. For No Rest for the Weekend, I'm Aislinn Evans. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.